So, aiming for his 100th podium, Petrucci and later Spargo on road tyre. Taka Nakagami on his farewell appearance in 2019 goes from third. And on the back row, and ahead of his 200th Premier Class start.
Down and the twin ring, good start from Fabio Quartararo. Marc Marquez, they've got away best. He comes around the outside. Quartararo is going to take second place, but the two Yamahas are a bit wide.
Yeah, first quarter, Marquez run that wide sweeping line, perfect start. He's in prime position from pole position yet again. He leads from Quartararo.
He's gone up into fourth place, so Morbidelli had a bit of a nightmare. Vinales has lost ground.
Yeah, Vinales thought about a move up the inside. Into turn 7, and he's made his stick. Fabio Quartararo then hits the front here early doors in Japan.
Yep.
Remember, he took the checkered flag first in the Moto2 race, but was later disqualified for an illegal. He was nearly down. Jack Miller nearly rear-ends Quartararo in turn 10. It's all happening here.
He's now up the inside of Cal Crutchlow as well.
Morbidelli fast. Frenetic and frantic first lap here at the Twin Ring Motogp. It's the world champion.
They're both in 13th and 14th, so they've got an even bit tail of Fabio Quartararo, his teammate.
Of a second the lead over the line at the end of lap 1. It's already nearly 9/10 as they sweep through turns.
If Marquez continues like this.
So the gap there you can see, 9/10 of a second, a blister.
This is for Marc Marquez as he pushes and takes risks on this opening up. He's over a second clear now through sector 1. Sector 2.
Top here in Japan. Marquez, a fastest lap of the race, a 45.803. Miller, Morbidelli has the tight inside line using the corner speed of that Yamaha. Marquez, 55s. Miller pounces again on the brakes into turn 3. Great battle between M&M, Morbidelli and Miller. Oh,
in favour again here as Miller goes through. I think Morbidelli was actually saying to Jack Miller, do you know...
Kevin Quartararo just a blast away from them. That's all for Rossi. He's down in 14th place at the moment. He's behind Mika Kallio. Pressure at Morbidelli. Marquez leads by 1.1 seconds as we head into the early exchange of lap.
10 moment for Fabio just meant that for a lap he had to just keep him.
This is turn 10 on the first lap. He was just in a little bit wide.
Background, but he's not close enough this time. The gap has come down again as Quartararo slowly.
And visibly you can see that gap is coming down between Marquez and Quartararo. It's come down to 8-10. Morbidelli, Dovizioso and Vinales behind him.
Just behind those guys.
Now Valentino Rossi, and he's on course at the moment for a third successive finish outside the top 6, but there's no man faster than Miller at the moment on circuit is Fabio Quartararo. Breaking Grand Prix that Roy Lorenzo will look back on too fondly in the future. He's just been passed, but not to Miller. Marquez has got the hammer back down again, a 45.7, half a second quicker than
Quartararo.
Well, he made the dream start, ran that wide to just see who can go with him. At the moment, it's only Quartararo.
Fabio Quartararo trying desperately, bending off Dovizioso. Vinales just can't find a way past that big fast Ducati.
Things that you need that are absolutely vital around this 4.5 kilometre Twin Ring Motogp circuit work to do. He's got time, plenty of it, but it won't be easy to find a way through on those 3 men ahead of him.
There is about a second the lead for Marquez. There is Miller then in third ahead of Morbidelli, then Dovi and if anyone can of late, it's been Fabio Quartararo.
Well, combat shoes.
Dovi trying to find a way through on Morbidelli, but Morbidelli's got some...
On the Yamaha, he's having to work so hard to carry brilliant corner speed is Morbidelli and then get the drop. For a good 2 or 3 laps, so Miller has got into a very consistent rhythm at the moment. But come into this race, it's been so far so good for the Aussie.
On board here with Maverick Vinales. Somehow he holds on to his position and stays ahead of Maverick Vinales, but that was a heart-in-mouth moment.
That's about how slippery, greasy and wet the grass is here in Motogp after all that torrential. Quartararo again, just marginally quicker than Marquez last time around, but the gap's still... Aprilia. It's been a really tough run for the Italian. He's down at turn...
On Andrea Dovizioso, that's the fight for 5th place. They've all just closed up on Jack Miller.
Still 2.6 seconds behind Quartararo. That was that moment looking back for Morbidelli to...
Breaking into turn 11, Maverick Vinales trying to get his Monster Energy out.
Scrap this for third, really good scrap. At the lap time, here comes Dovizioso.
Oh.
There's no way through, and he's going to be in a little bit wide. Vinales has got the inside line on Morbidelli. Although look at that, Dovizioso just punched the Ducati out of turn 2, and there was nothing Vinales done.
at the end of any of the back straights.
Just a bit further back there, we caught a quick glimpse of Alex Rins up the inside of Miller at turn number 9. That's beautifully done by Franco Morbidelli.
That. So Morbidelli then back up into 3rd place. The back
Yamaha through turns 6, 7 and 8 to get right on Miller's case into turn 9. He set that up.
This has responded with a lap that's put him 2/10 quicker again. Dovey goes through on Jack Miller.
Few grip issues. Has he been pushing?
Particularly Alex Rins, lapping a lot faster than most in front of him. Both Crutchlow and
above 1.1 seconds, and it's not been below a second. There's just nothing between the
Marc Marquez
fighting tooth and nail to hold off Alex Rins. I think it's 3 or 4 laps in succession now that Crutchlow has to start lap 12, and it's just the gap eked out to 1.2 seconds.
But then, second in the background there, Dovizioso now closing on Franco Morbidelli.
4. That's only 2/10 slower than Fabio Quartararo. The problem is
in Sepang on the way, circuits he loves. Marc Marquez then still 1.1 ahead. The Suzuki man is now up into 7th. Going to fall into the hands of both Rins and Crutchlow shortly.
Yeah, as he overcooked that soft cycle underneath him at the moment, he's just not competitive enough to go with Morbidelli, Dovizioso and Vinales ahead of him.
Since 2015.
Brilliant lap just put in by Dramir. We're on board with Jack Miller at the right. Really hung out to dry by Quartararo in the 2nd corner, didn't he? See how many riders swept through. Miller came through. He's well over 2 seconds off the pace of where he needs to be. Yet another humbling and humiliating questions to Quartararo that he has not got any answers for. Simple as that. The gap now,
as you can see, he's just ahead there of Danilo.
By choice, as we stressed at the start of this race, these riders only really had 2 dry sessions on Friday.
Morbidelli looking for his maiden podium. Dovey looking to try and get 2nd in the World Champions.
And Crutchlow, Dovizioso is giving a big problem to Franco Morbidelli. Desmo Dovey goes up into the got
quite a few laps to do. Top of your screen, Marquez and Quartararo 1st and 2nd. There's 2 seconds between them. If that changes, we'll let you know. Well,
yeah, Rins has got Miller, and Maverick Vinales knows he's got to find a way through on Morbidelli because if Dovizioso with a bit of crack at it for Vinales will be at turn 10 and turn 11. A couple of real good trying. Vinales, can he get close enough to outbreak Morbidelli to turn 1? No, he can't.
His move, that was brilliantly done from Maverick Vinales. Textbook stuff through turn 1.
So Vinales, can he hunt down Dovizioso? The gap between them.
And this is the moment where Maverick used the double apex right-hander to get a
Rins in the mid 146s himself.
Down the back. Here is the replay. Lean angle, 56 degree. Marquez just gradually over the weekend has been improving on setup. He was a bit concerned on Friday, but they made
deny Desmo Dovey that century of podiums. In the form of Marc Marquez.
Well, the problem is as well, Matt, he's only had 1 front row start all year. So heading into turn 5, it's as you were here in Motogp. Mark
with the Spaniard.
Well, surprise, surprise, the fastest man on circuit is Maverick Vinales.
Soft, you'll have the better turning performance, better corner entry, but you'll not have the straight line stability when you...
And it's right over his shoulder.
Yeah, they're telling him G2, that's Group 2 with him and Vinales. I think he knows. Through turn 4 with 6 laps to go. You can forget about Fabio Quartararo, he's just a blot.
Oh, here at turn 9, coming up on board with Maverick Vinales. He's not quite close enough again. But I don't think Marquez is going to be worried about it right now.
You just wonder, Vinales knows that Quartararo...
It's Dovey swarming all over him like an angry wasp is Maverick Vinales. Dovey defending this time. He saw Maverick try it last time. Maverick Vinales, though.
It's been a pretty difficult weekend for the Doctor. Yeah, you do wonder whether that moment you mentioned at the start of the race, Steve, that front end moment at turn 10 was down, and it's just gone from bad to worse.
It's just remarkable stuff here. Great defence work. This is brilliant racing.
Brand new soft tyre, haven't they, Alex Rins and Suzuki, that's for sure. And this is now, hasn't he, Fabio Quartararo, but that was one of his main pre-season goals. It's going to be shot by the Brit.
This is the dam, by the way. It's tight, too tight in the battle for 6 between Crutch. Tell you what, Dovi and Maverick have been closing in on Fabio Quartararo at quite a rate.
To go, yeah, Dovizioso, you can see clearly, visually, that he
was down yesterday. He's going to plan right now. Quartararo then, still the same gap down.
Not got the rhythm at this stage of the race, so Dovi is on course for it.
Andrea Dovizioso, how far away from Quartararo is he across the line? If he goes to plan, he's got to try and find about a couple of tenths in each sector here for this to be flying. There's no signs of that soft Mitchell in front going anywhere either.
Well, if there's a guy that can manage, just got enough of a gap to defend and hold up Andrea Dovizioso. Dovizioso needed one more lap.
Yeah, in Japan, it's 4 in a row for Magic Mark as he crosses the line. In the end, Vinales takes 4th, and it was close there in the end for 5th.
Yeah, clutch. Well, he never really looked like coming under any serious pressure. And now, for the first time since that golden run back in 20...
Coming over to celebrate with Marc Marquez and say congratulations.